Let's go ahead and set up our style and tracking section here of our squeeze page template. Of course, we got here first and foremost by clicking on the link at the top that says squeeze page setup. That takes us to these style settings. Now this is the settings that are actually going to take place on the changes even that are going to take place on your main home page of your squeeze page. Now this is going to be exactly the same or pretty close to the same when you go into split testing. So if you decide to split test against a couple different variations of your squeeze page, you'd click on the split test menu over here, and all these settings would be the same inside of these this whole area here. But we're just going to be doing the main squeeze page, assuming that you're only going to have one and you're not going to do split testing right now. So the first thing we want to do is look at the squeeze page style. We could have put a dozen or more different squeeze page styles with just minor variations into the back end, and that would have looked like a very robust system, of course. But we decided not to waste your time with that and make it easy, because if you decided to change your style, you'd have to actually redo your entire squeeze page again. So what we did was we actually included all 7 styles into one squeeze page template system. So you can go in here and change this whenever you want. Maybe you want to change and run it for a week, one style, and run it for another week, a different style. You can do that. Right now it's set to style 5, and this is only what shows up on your home page. If you wanted to set the style for the additional pages, like there are pages in this setup area here that you're going to change, that would be like video pages and other things like extra pages. You actually would go back to the dashboard here at the top, and you would go underneath the general site settings, and you'll see there's a drop down here for style. Now this style drop down works for all the secondary pages of your website, not the main page itself. So we'll go back up here to squeeze page setup, and we'll go ahead and set the style for this. Now I'm going to show you how the styles change. Right now it's set for style 5, so let's take a look at our squeeze page as it stands right now. We'll go ahead and refresh this. Okay, so you see that we have a little bit of a blue bar at the top. As you can see, we've got this is set up just as a report squeeze page with a special video thing. We'll get rid of that later on in this particular thing. And you've got the blue at the bottom with the bright white text. So let's go ahead and change that from style 5 to style 6. Click the Save Settings button, and we'll go back over here to our main page and hit the refresh key, and you'll see that it just changed that at the very top. Now there's some minute changes, not just to the backgrounds of the squeeze pages as far as the styles, some smaller changes that you might not see in this particular video because we're only using a setup for a, what do you call it, the report kind of thing. It might look a little bit different if you put the changes of the style if you're going to be doing a video squeeze page, which you can do here as well. But I'm just going to show you some examples quickly of how you go through and actually change the styles. So you can see it changed the style from blue to gray. All right, say we're going to go back to let's go to style 1, save settings. And we'll go back up to the top and refresh the page, and you'll see that it completely got rid of that bar at the top totally and the bar at the bottom. So if you want a clean look without any like top, header, footer buttons or anything like that, you can make that change. And we'll just go ahead and change to style 7 just to see what style 7 is. Actually, I forgot myself what it was. And there you go. It's another gray type box with a couple more just minute changes again on some of the additional pages. So let's go ahead, and I like style 1. Let's go back to style 1 for now. And there's some other styles. You can pop through those and check them out yourself. You've got the ability to actually add a header, which is neat. So you can turn this on or off. Right now it's set to off, and we have a pre-configured header that's inside of your squeeze page package that, of course, you can change anytime you want to. Make a simple change to that. So let's pop into here. Okay. So you see we've got a link. You can actually use Amazon S3 if you want, and you can put your own header link in here. Or if you're on your own FTP and you understand this, it's a little bit more advanced, not for everybody. But you can have your own header link directly on here. Since I turn that on now, I'm going to go ahead and click Save Settings, and you're going to see a header pop up when I refresh this page. There it is. Get access now. Don't wait. Now this is okay. It's white. It doesn't look really great on a white background, so if I want to change that style so I can show my header, maybe I'll change it to style 4. Let's see if that changes the background color. Hit refresh, and now it's a dark gray. So as you can see, that popped up, and it really pops now. Get instant access now. Don't wait. Limited time offer. This could be any size you want. So if you want to make this a little bit deeper and you want to put a logo or something up here, you can totally do that. If you want to brand your squeeze pages, this will actually show up, or can show up, on every page of your website, not just the main page. And you have the choice to do that in the back end. Right now, this is only for what's going to show up on the main page, and it's explained right here. This header will be used on your main page only. Okay. For best results, make sure you use a transparent background and no wider than 1,000 pixels. Okay, if you want to make a change to the actual header that shows up on the rest of your website, like maybe above your video pages and whatever else, you go back over here to the dashboard, click on General Site Settings, and you have the header option here for the additional pages, not just your main squeeze page setting. So we're going to go back to squeeze page setup, and we're going to go on to the next part. The next thing we have here is a tracking code. So say, for example, you want to use StatCounter or Google Analytics, whatever you want to set up for your tracking code, or say you want to use conversion tracking with Google Analytics or any other conversion tracking software. You can just paste that code in there. So you can turn it on, and you just would paste your code in from whatever third-party service you're using, and you would click the Save Settings. You won't see this show up anywhere, of course, unless you look at the source code of your web page, but this will show up, and you can actually start tracking conversions and or tracking just visitors. I would definitely recommend, at minimum, that you track the amount of page views and visitors that you get to your website so you see where they're coming from. And if they're coming from certain search keywords, you know that you need to optimize more for those search keywords. If they're coming from other websites, maybe you can contact that website owner and thank them for sending you traffic and ask them if they'd like some more articles or links or whatever it might be. Maybe let them know that you have a JV program or affiliate program so they can actually earn some money from some of the traffic that they're sending you. So there's definitely a lot of reasons why you would want to use a tracking code and not just the conversion code. Okay. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and turn this off, save settings, because I always like to save settings no matter where I'm at in the squeeze page system before I end that whatever that video is be, and I check to make sure that my work is, nothing has gone goofy with my work. Always do that. And as you can see, it's a nice clean setting. Another thing I like about this particular template, it's got a nice rounded area, and it's, if you notice, there's a white background just in the main body. So it's nice, clean, professional looking website. And that all comes due to the fact that we took a lot of time and to build the best possible squeeze page templates that anyone can get. Okay? So hopefully you enjoyed this, and we'll catch you in the next training video.